What is up, guys? I'm Daddy Gamer Fred, back again with another Nintendo news update video. Now today Nintendo announced that they're going to be having two brand new Zelda bundles and special edition kinda but let's jump into it and let's figure out what the hell Nintendo is trying to actually do right now, because to me it is a perfect time, especially with Black Friday coming and everyone trying to get in their hands on the Switch. They're already going to be picking up Mario because Mario is going to be packed with the console. I can foresee that there are going to be a lot of people hunting for that Mario edition just because it comes with a not a copy of Mario but a digital download of Mario and those sweet red Joy-Cons. So to back it up, you're gonna probably need Zelda Breath of the Wild, and that is why they are basically coming out with this special edition, Explorers Edition version of Breath of the Wild, which again is confirmed by Nintendo. It says it's going to come with a copy of the game, a 100-page Explorer guide, and a two-sided map, and it's going to be priced at $60. Now, $60 US to be exact. And to me, that is amazing. So just for price of admission, price of the game, you're going to be getting the game along with a 100-page guide for the game, and as well as an Explorer map. As someone who basically went in blind on Zelda Breath of the Wild, you're going to need a map. Also, you're going to need not a guide. I beat the game 120 shrines in without a guide. So yeah, you don't really need a guide to complete this game, but it will definitely help, especially for some of the shrines, which to me were like, what do I have to do? But then I kind of got it, which to me is the most rewarding thing about the game, is actually figuring out those shrines and stuff like that. But of course, not to be outdone by the Switch and not to be done by its XL counterpart, they also had a Zelda 2DS bundle, and you would think, oh, the new 2DS XL Zelda bundle, yeah, that sounds dope. No. They gave us a green, old door stopper 2DS bundle. And my God, come on, Nintendo. You have this brand new, sleek looking, dope looking 2DS, and then you give us this door stopper special edition? Mind you, it does come with Ocarina of Time downloaded, included on the console already. It's going to be already pre-installed, I believe. And it's going to cost $80. So it is relatively cheap. I think they're just doing this to get rid of some of the stock they have of the 2DS, and this is a great way. Throw special edition on it, package it with one of the greatest games of all time, Zelda Zelda Ocarina of Time, and yeah, it's gonna sell. It's a special edition. It's Zelda. It's Ocarina of Time. Why not? A great way, again, as they say, to get people, into get them into gaming, or introduce somebody to one of the greatest franchises of all time. I understand that is cool, that is dope, but I think it's a huge misstep that this is not the clamshell brand new 2DS XL, which I would have personally prefer, especially if it was this lime green with yellow buttons. I think that would have looked dope on the 2DS XL, but nonetheless, this is what we got. Let's jump into the press release to see exactly what Nintendo again has to say. It says, with Black Friday quickly approaching, Nintendo is offering a variety of products to make holiday shopping a bit easier and a lot more fun for everyone. These details include two items that make it easier for people of all ages and interests to get in on the fun and adventure of the Legend of Zelda series this holiday season. It says the first is a Link green Nintendo 2DS system, and I wish it was a 2DS XL system, but I'm gonna get over it. It says with a bright orange buttons that come pre-installed with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Ocarina of Time. They say bright orange, but that looks kind of yellow to me. I don't know. Maybe I need to see it in hand. Again, coming at the retail price of $80, which to me is a steal for Ocarina of Time and a 2DS system. It is a steal, even though it is a door stopper system, with the 2DS being, again, a great way to pick up and play the whole 3DS library, the whole 2DS, the whole DS library as well. To me, is a no-brainer. It would have been 100% must-buy if it had a GBA port, but that's not going there. It says this idea is for young people who want to be introduced to one of the best games in the Legend of Zelda series on a durable and accessible portable system. I don't think it's that portable. It can't fit in a pocket, but it is portable, and again, it is one of the best games in the series. Another misstep for me would have been a 100% must buy if it was included. If Majora's Mask was also included. Majora's Mask is again another Zelda game that is one of the best. And while they at it, why they couldn't throw the SNES version of Link to the Past or one of the Ocarina of Ages and Seasons? Like, there is so much of Zelda games on the Nintendo 3DS that is playable on the Nintendo 3DS via the Virtual Console or whatever. And I think they would have got more bang for the buck. They could have upped the price. And again, if they would have just made it $100 and gave you all the Zelda experiences on one console, I think this would have been a must-buy. But again, it's kind of weird because it is that old 2DS, that door stopper look, even though it does feel incredible in the hands when you do play it. Someone as a dad, I think it's perfect for my daughter, that who would want, I don't think she would want a green console, but again, this is just something to introduce her to Zelda. I think this is a great way to do that. It says the second is the Zelda Breath of the Wild Explorer Edition, which is a bundle that includes the critically acclaimed and award-winning Nintendo Switch game. Of course, they had to say all that. It says a 100-page Explorer guide and a two-sided map at suggested retail price for $60, which to me is incredible because you could get the game right now for $60 and be missing out on the book and the map, and it's kind of weird that it doesn't come with the DLC, but that's kind of expected. DLC is still slated to be out this year by Reggie, and I'm kind of wondering where that's going to fall. I'm thinking in the December timeline because of this package. I'm thinking maybe probably around Thanksgiving, rolling into December, we might be seeing that, and I think that would be a perfect time to drop it, especially with Thanksgiving or the winter break coming up. Perfect time to drop it, Nintendo, especially if you want to get it in before the end of the year. It says the included guide and map are great for new people to the series, as well as people who haven't yet had an opportunity to dive into the massive adventure. Again, I beat the game with no map, with no actual guide telling me what to do. And yes, it was a pain, but yes, it was a rewarding experience, especially to hear stories about how everyone has, basically tried to, their hand in a couple of shrines and didn't know what to do. A lot of this stuff is, you got to kind of dig deep and try to figure stuff out. But again, by playing the game over and over and over, you will, in fact, be able, it teaches you its language to solve these shrine riddles and, these shrine quests and stuff like that. But again, I haven't collected all the key rocks or whatever, and I am waiting for the story DLC to jump on and buy the master quest or whatever, so I can do the hard mode and the master sword level increaser. What do they call that? Horde mode or whatever. But I haven't jumped into that yet, and I wanted it to be a full experience with all the DLC, getting it at once, and not just feel like I'm paying for a little bit at a time. But it says, but this isn't all Nintendo is offering on Black Friday. In addition to these legendary deals, many other systems and bundles are currently in stores. This includes a Nintendo Switch bundle that comes with the system, a download code for Super Mario Odyssey game, which again is going to be your main focus on why you want to Switch. It comes with the Mario themed red Joy-Con controllers and a special carrying case for the special retail price of $379, and I think these is going to be real hard to find come Black Friday, to tell you the truth. It says between the Nintendo Switch, Super NES Classic Edition, all the systems in the Nintendo 3DS family, and all of the fun games available on these systems, shoppers will have multiple options for their wish list this year, said Duck Bowser. And is that his real name? That is so cool. Nintendo of America Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing. Our Black Friday deals are great value for people who are looking to pick up gifts for the Nintendo fans in their life. It says other systems and bundles that will be available in stores this holiday include, for fans of Mario, a white and red 2DS system preloaded with the new Super Mario Bros. 2 game at suggested retail price of $80, which is now available, which again is that door stopper 2DS, and I think they are doing these last minute special editions to kind of clear stock, which to me makes sense. It gives a lot of people an incentive to get it, especially if they are hunting for all the special editions or whatever for collector's purposes, and and it does give kids and fans alike a way to jump into the 2DS or the 3DS family of hardware without breaking the bank, and you get a great game on top of that. It says for fans of cool hardware, a white and orange new Nintendo 2DS XL system at the suggested retail price of $150 is now available. And again, I think if you haven't right now jumped into the 3DS family of systems, the new 2DS XL is probably the way to go. It's the most best looking. If I had to say best functional, I probably would say it's the regular 3DS XL, because it does come packed with the 3D, and yeah, it doesn't add too much to certain games, especially a lot of the games aren't even using it, but there are certain games like Mario 3D Land, which if you play it with the 3D on, it's incredible. I'm a Pokemon guy, so Auras, Ultra Sun, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, now those games aren't 100% 3D, but the 3D sections in those games do look amazing. And just released is the Metroid Samus Returns, which again is a remake of the 2D of a Game Boy Color, no, the regular classic Game Boy version of Samus 2, and it uses the full 3D, and it uses it so well that again, maybe playing it on the 2DS will be a misstep, especially if you want to gain the full experience. It says for fans of Pokemon, now you speak in my language, a Pokemon Edition new Nintendo 2DS XL system at a suggested retail price of $159.99, launches November 3rd. For fans of exploration, a special edition Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that includes a sound selection CD, a special metal game case, and a 222 hardbound art book at suggested retail price of $100. Again, that comes with a game, a physical CD, a metal case, which to me is that the first limited edition steel book for steel metal case for the Nintendo Switch? I think it is, and that would be dope in itself to own the first of the steel book of a Nintendo Switch game. I actually want to see how that looks. And it also comes with the hard book, which comes with 220 pages. And if you don't know, Xenoblade is probably a huge, giant game, and with that being available, you're gonna kind of want a just like Zelda, you're gonna kind of want a guide or something kind of helping you, especially if it's your first time into something like that. It says a Nintendo Switch Pro controller themed around Xenoblade Chronicle 2 will be available at a suggested retail price of $100, the same price of the original Pro controller, which is again $100. And I don't say it's a must buy for the Nintendo Switch if you're, especially someone like me who uses 100% in handheld mode and don't really can throw it in the dock besides to charge it and don't play on the TV that much. You really don't really need to pick up a Pro controller, but if you are playing it at home, trust me, you're gonna want one. And that's pretty much it, guys. But to tell you the truth, my thoughts on it, I would actually want a brand new 2DX XL just for the experience. And for Zelda, I would thought they would pull out all the stops and give us a brand new one, but I could kind of understand on the business standpoint why they would want to throw it on this doorstopper 2DS just to, again, probably clean lot and get rid of these systems while they ramp up production in the new ones. But I could be wrong on that as far as why they're doing it. They probably have other reasons as well. I think for anyone who hasn't picked up Breath of the Wild, the Explorer edition is going to be the way to go from Black Friday. And if these sell out and then they don't restock these Explorer editions, I'm gonna tell you that this is probably gonna be the way to, again, definitively cop the Zelda Breath of the Wild, because again, it comes with so much more for the same price. Why not get it with the book and the map and this just explorer's guide and strategy guide and all that stuff. But let me know in the comment section below, are you interested in any of these Zelda bundles? Again, I already have Zelda Breath of the Wild, and to what I want, a 2DS door stopper edition that is green and yellow and orange or whatever the main colors of it. I don't know. I really don't know. I would have to see. I'll probably pick it up later down the line, if anything. But I really don't see a use for it per se, because again, I already have tons of 2DSs and stuff like that, 3DS systems. To add another one, I don't really have a reason to, but I want to. But let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on it. As always, I'm Daddy Gamer Fred on Instagram and Twitter, and you can bring the conversation there. I'm the American Gamer in Switzerland right here on YouTube, and yes, I'm going to be doing a ton of these Nintendo news update videos. The best place to catch them all is with a subscription, so please hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button. It does help me out a ton as far as growing the channel is concerned. Ring the bell if you want to be notified on the next time I do a video, and peace. See you guys on the next Nintendo news update video.